today is we've got a comparison video for two Mirokus, a 1969 Miroku and a 1973 Miroku. Now we've had the 1973 before. Now the videos are becoming very popular and I'm getting some videos from people, I'm getting some emails from people all across the world. It is very nice to talk to everybody. Thank you very much. Please keep sending, please keep asking me questions. Now, obviously we've done quite a lot of videos so far and I've tried to pass on the knowledge that I've got. A lot of it's experience, a lot of it is handling the guns, looking at the guns and being more than overly interested in Miroku specifically. Now, as I said, I didn't say in this part of the video, but it takes quite a lot more to understand the Browning, the Miroku and the Winchester, other than just reading the history that we can find out there and looking at the guns. As I've said with earlier parts of the videos, you cannot put a ring round Miroku, Browning and Winchester to say they made this, they made that, they didn't make this and they didn't make that. What you're looking at with Browning, Miroku and Winchester is they had custom divisions. So you could have custom stuff from the factory, but it was at cost. There isn't a lot of custom Mirokus out there, but there's a few. Now, I am in a bit of a quandary because we are showing some videos, and as I've said, we are showing some guns, and as we've said, I've got two Mirokus specifically that are highly engraved, and the reason that I'm doing the videos is that I'm trying to show these highly engraved Mirokus off. Now, as I say, I'm in a bit of a quandary because the trouble is, when I show you these two Mirokus, you've seen them, they're done. You're on to the next ones, which is what I am. Now, what we've got on the table here is, that's just a little talk about Browning, Miroku, Winchesters. It's not a detailed thing at all. As I said with some of the earlier videos, if you want to talk about different actions, then the Olin Kadesha plant, Nico, they are the people you want to look at. I can't list every single one I've ever seen, but they make lots of different versions, but they are generally on 101 actions. The Mirokus that we've got laid out on the table here, what we're trying to do with the videos is we're trying to show you the minor differences that end up making the gun a completely different gun. So what you'll get is the early Mirokus, pre-1980 we will say. They conform to Miroku designs. They are a Miroku design product, wholly their own, and it's the pre-1980 Mirokus that I'm interested in. If you look at the more modern Mirokus, people say to me, who makes modern Miroku? Who makes a modern Browning 525, 425, 325? Is it Browning or is it Miroku? Well, it is Miroku in Japan. Well, over the years, and what we'll show you with these guns here, is over the years, Miroku make what Browning tell them to make. Now, Browning are their major outlet for their products. If you look at a 425, a 325, a Satori, they are Browning. They are Browning telling Miroku, we want the product to perform and to conform to this specification. So we're not going to do too much with the modern Brownings because we all know they're some of the best, not just some of the best guns you can get at an affordable price, they're some of the best that you can get anywhere. Now, it's difficult to talk about one specific gun because you have to have looked at a lot of them. So there's just a little conversation. Thank you ever so much for everybody getting in touch. As I say, all over the world we're getting emails, and thank you very much for emailing us. So Paul, let's get over that boring little bit and let's start showing. If you could just bring the camera up,
yep,
and just show the people the Mirokus that we've got here. So what we've got, as I say, we've got a 1973 Miroku and we've got a 1969 Miroku. Now, when we look at them closely, they quite closely, both guns conform to Skeet specifications, but what we'll do with the two is we will show you that one is a Skeet gun and one is a game gun. Now, we've had this gun before, Paul, in a previous video. The reason that I'm doing it is to show people the differences between the two. So, what we've got is, this is Miroku Superior engraving. As I said, we've got guns in a gun in a box. With this engraving, the original box has got Superior on it, therefore it conforms to Superior specification.
Yep.
So you've got a wider pillar to post, Paul, pillar to post. I don't quite know which one to go for first. So let's just put these two guns alongside each other and we will show people the different forends. Okay, so we've got a beaver tail forend on this gun, which is a wider forend. Generally, Paul, they do that to get a little bit more weight on the gun, and trap shooters do like a more beaver tail bulbous forend on it. Okay, trap and skeet boys like that, sporters like more of a schnabel forend, and game guns tend to have a slightly smaller forend again. Well, can you see the differences between those two?
Yeah.
So this is more of a sporting / game forend. Okay. This gun being 1969, the gun that's closest to me. This gun being 1969. In 1969, sporting as a discipline did not exist. You had a few people that had a few traps in a field that done what was called straw bale shoots, basically. But sporting as a discipline did not exist in 1969. You had trap and skeet and game shooting. So, also, Paul, try not to knock them against each other. You will see that this gun has got Miroku's, both guns have got it, but this gun has got Miroku's, what did I call it? Black chrome finish on it. And as I said with one of the earlier videos, this has worn away over 35, 40 years of general wear. Also, if you look at the two trigger guards, Paul, let's get my turn screw out, you will see where we start to get artistic license. So here, your engraving on the side of your trigger guard on this gun has been done more than this gun. Okay, so the strokes of the graver on this gun are deeper and thicker, and on this gun they're slightly lighter, but there's more of them. So therefore we get back to the fact that the engraver was allotted a certain amount of time to do the job. You understand?
Yep.
So this engraver, because he was using his graver a little bit harder, we got broader strokes and less of them. And because this guy was using lighter strokes, we got more of them. All right, so this is how close you have to look. Also,
right in there on the engraving, so you can see the strokes. Certainly on that one, you
can see the chatter marks at the bottom, can't you? So that's how you know it was done by hand. Also, if we look up here, Paul, you've got a pistol grip cap on this gun. And we've been taken off again. 1969, 1973, 4 years down the line, Miroku are starting to drop certain pieces off because it's not cost effective. Okay. Now, one of the other things with the Browning and the Miroku is the Miroku is every bit as good as the Browning. What you start to get with the higher grade Brownings, Paul, is they start moving away from Miroku. They start finishing things, and when I say finishing, I mean polishing them to a high mirror finish. They polish things that don't need to be polished. They just do it to spend the money on the gun. What you'll find is with Mirokus, places that don't need to be finished, they are generally in their raw state from the machining processes. They tend to leave them. Browning, they don't, they finish them. All right. So when you look at the two guns, the Browning and the Miroku are equally as good as each other until you start getting to a high B or a low C grade. Then Browning, they go into another gear. They move on. So let's also look here, Paul.
Yep.
Let's look here. If you see on the Forend release catch of the earlier gun, we've got again these engraving pieces that come all the way up here to the Forend release catch.
Yep.
And with this one, they come to here, and then we start getting these pieces. All right.
Yep.
Again, this is why you have to look very, very closely at the gun. Let's roll the gun over and let's just show you a few other things. So, let's roll it this way and I'll open it up and I will show you. So we've got the choke markings. As I say, we're going from pillar to post and we're building up to some special stuff. That's why we're doing it. So we marked S&S here, Paul, which is special skeet.
Yep.
Or cylinder, basically. The choke borings that are on these may well have 1 or 2 thousandths of an inch choking, but essentially or generally they are cylinder and cylinder. So if we look at this gun here, Paul, we've got marked S&S,
Yep.
special skeet. So I talk to people quite regularly that will make a snap decision on it's a skeet gun, it's a this, it's a that. Don't make a snap decision until you've sat down and you've let the gun tell you what it is, not you tell the gun, all right? Because there's far too many people out there that think they know what they're talking about and they ain't really got a clue, all right? One little lad specifically who I was talking to on Saturday, and he will know what I'm talking about, okay? So far too many people jump in before they know what they're looking at. So these are marked skeet and skeet, skeet and skeet. So we've got, this is the one with a parallel comb, and this one has got, again, Paul, it's got a specific name, but it's a traditional sporting stock, skeet stock, all right?
Yep.
So let's just look at the two things that will tell you that it's a game gun and not a skeet gun. Here with the forends,
Yep.
okay? So you've got a skeet, sporting slash game forend on here, and we've got a skeet forend on here. The other thing that gives it away, Paul, is the width of the rib.
Yep.
Okay, so can you see that those ribs differ in their width?
Yep.
All right. This is why you have to look at it and not make a snap decision. Unless you looked at a lot of guns, you wouldn't be able to see the depth, the width. You would look at this and think, oh, that's a skeet, or that's a sporter, or a trap. This is a game. This is a game rib on this one, and this is a skeet rib.
Yep.
The diamond grade sporter that we had was between the two of them. I think this is going to be a 6 or a 7 mil. This is going to be an 11, and I believe the sporter that we had the other day was a 10.
So would someone have had that game gun made and asked for them chokes?
Yes and no, Paul. Now, as I said, there's one website specifically on the internet that has got a hell of a lot of information written on it. It's a very, very nice website. It's well worth a read, and I've probably read it 5 times and still don't know everything that's on it. When you read the website, the man or the lady that's written the web page has said a lot of Mirokus were done to test market, to test market opinions, okay? So there's quite a lot of one-off Mirokus out there that were done by either the Miroku factory in Japan or by the importer to test the market to see what would sell and what wouldn't sell, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The reason that most of the Mirokus that you find are trap and skeet is because that was what we shot most of. So, as I've said with the videos, Paul, or the beginning part of this video, there's a lot more to understand in Browning, Miroku and Winchester than just the gun, all right? As I keep saying, it's a feel thing. And again, it's the engraving that we're looking for, Paul. The gun itself is good, whatever model you have. So here, let's put them alongside each other. Here, when you look at the differences in the engraving here and here, this one's got a longer, broader stroke on it.
Yep.
Not just longer, broader stroke, it comes more up to the wood, to be honest with you. It covers the whole of the forend iron here. This one, they've cut it back a little bit. Also, here, they're a little bit closer together and they're a little bit more detailed.
Yep.
This one, they're a little bit more spread out and they're a little bit less detailed. Also here, we are, it's more, it's harder done. As I keep saying, it's been pushed, the engraver's been pushed harder.
Yeah.
So we've got little gaps either end, where this one, it follows all the way up. It's very, very, very minute differences, to be honest with you, between the two guns. And as I've said, Paul, the Browning, the Miroku and the Winchester, the ones you want to focus on are the guns from Olin Kadesha. If you're looking for unusual guns, one-off guns, Olin Kadesha did it. Miroku were a little bit stuck in their ways and they just made black action, low grade. When I say low grade at the time. People wanted higher grade stuff. That wasn't where Miroku, that's not what they were looking for. Yeah, pop the camera back over there, Paul, and we'll just talk.
I'm just going to get some close-ups of the engraving there. Yeah, you can see the marks in the top one, which is the older one, wasn't it?
The one at the top.
69, yeah.
So
whereas on the bottom one, you can't really see the markings so much. Not as easy anyway.
Also, what you must know, Paul, is the gun that's closer to you, the 73 gun.
Yep.
Has had a lot of life. Has lived quite a life, been shot very hard. The 69 gun that's closer to me hasn't quite had the same amount of wear to it. So, yes, I hope everybody's enjoying the videos because I very, very much am enjoying doing them. I don't know all the answers. Part of the videos is to try and get some more answers. What I'm looking for, as I said with one of the other videos, is I'm looking for factory records. Even if they're written in Japanese, I can find a Japanese interpreter. Don't worry about that. I'm looking for factory records and breakdown of what models were made, trap gun, skeet gun, HSWs. So, I hope, as I keep saying, everybody's enjoying the videos. They are just done completely off the cuff, Paul, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The early part of the video, we got interrupted, unfortunately. And I am trying my absolute hardest. I would love to show people the unusual Winchester that I've got, and I especially want to show you the unusual two Mirokus that I've got. Mm-hmm. The trouble is, when you see them, you will then be looking for the next one afterwards. Because the two Mirokus that I've got are so highly engraved, there had to have been more of them. The engraving that's on the side of them is so well done, it wasn't the first time the man had ever engraved. So I'm holding off, I'm holding fire. I probably won't do those videos this year because I'd like to get the subscribers up and I would like to get the likes up. Obviously we get a few likes on the videos, thank you very much for those. They're so special, they need a bit of respect. They need a bit of respect.
10 seconds, mate.
Thank you very much, everybody. Keep watching the videos.